Hi everybody, Elisa here. This is the second time he has done this to me. I was filming my video for the Christmas in July fairies earlier, and this guy decided to walk right through the tripod, instead walking around it and knocked it. Okay, so don't bite me. He nips at me until I play with him. So today I'm here to just do an update video about what I've been working on. Start with the C2C shawl. And so this that I showed you in my last video, my pocket shawl, nice little pocket there, simple C2C shawl. I wrote up the pattern for this, what I did for it. Do you mind? And it's on my blog, and I'll put a link down to that below in case you're interested in a free pattern for the C2C pocket shawl. Okay, so the next thing, and I'm sorry, I know I told you that I would have been on sooner to show this to you, but I just couldn't get a free moment to film a video like this. But this is a blanket that I made. I was very excited about this. I think this is one of my favorite yarns. So, and hold on, let me get the yarn. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I used this Premier in Bloom to make a blanket. How beautiful it is. Now, this is pretty, and I know some people have had difficulty with this because you want that flower pattern to come out. Let me see if I can get that. Would you stop knocking the tripod, please? So that flower pattern there, so that's knit, and it'll look a little different in crochet. And what I had to do, I single crocheted, I half double crocheted, I double crocheted, and then I did the moss stitch. And I also experimented going from like 10 stitches to like 30 stitches and all different ways until I saw what way the flower pattern came out. So I played with that until I came up with this, because a lot of people said some stuff about how they didn't know what to do with this yarn because it was soft, but the flower pattern doesn't work out. So some people did projects anyway with it, which I wouldn't mind doing anyway with it, but I wanted to find a way for the pattern to work out. So that is why I did it this way, and I am writing up the pattern. It should be out within a couple days, and just let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what your favorite size blanket is. Do you like a lapkin? Do you like a slightly bigger blanket? Let me know what your favorite size blanket is. And I'll explain more why I'm asking that afterward. Okay, he's gone. He's not going to knock the tripod anymore. So anyway, this is one of my favorite yarns because of the softness. Now, that's why I would make something whether the flower pattern comes out or not anyway, because it is just so soft. And in fact, I weaved all my ends in but two. So I weaved everything in, and then I had to do the border, and I got the border done. I was so happy I got it done. Every night when I have time to crochet, I end up putting it around myself instead of weaving the ends in, because it's just so soft and I want it on me. You're back. Okay. So here is the blanket, and I'm going to insert a picture because the sizing didn't quite work out, because I was experimenting to see how I do. So when I have the pattern on my blog, I will have a much better size of the blanket, which is why I'm asking you what you think. What size would you like? Because this blanket that I'm going to show you came out to 40 by 75. Not my intention. Okay. I'll pay attention to you when I'm done filming. So, let me just show you that. And I will put a photo here of this blanket. That way you can see the whole thing. Okay, let me show you the moss stitch. Is that the right side? Wrong side? Oh, it doesn't matter. You can see the flowers either way. But look at how beautiful that moss stitch came out with the flowers. I really like that texture. It came out much better than double crochet. Half double crochet was Single crochet was nice, but I like that moss stitch, and I feel like it it just made it airier. Like, it fluffed up so much better than if I had just done straight single crochet. So what I did was I took the yarn, and so they're big balls. How much is it? 656 yards. So, and I should have said this is 656 yards in here, and I believe it's $8 on Premier. It's either $7 or $8 on Premier. It's a 3-weight yarn, and machine wash, warm, tumble dry, low. It's 100% acrylic. 7 ounces, 100 grams. So this is a very nice yarn, very airy, very soft. And I wanted a blanket, but well, at the time I had one of 5 colors. I had the purple, blue, the green, the orange, and the pink. So what I did was, in my experiment, what I started to do was I was trying to figure out if there was a specific length between the flower sections, and I measured in every ball, and it wasn't consistent enough for that to help me design this. So what I ended up doing was taking half the ball and making a strip, and then taking the other half and making a second strip. So what I did, as you saw in the picture, there's strips. It's there's a strip of purple, blue, green, orange, pink, and then purple, green, blue, orange, pink. Now if you want a lap gan, you could easily do this with just the pink, the orange, the green, the blue, and the purple, and that would be perfect in itself as a lap gan, or even just a tiny little throw. And because that would have been like probably 40 by 40, almost 40. So I was experimenting with that, and then the size seemed okay when I finished it, and I had the strips together. I was going to sew it together, and then I was like, it doesn't look quite right. I need something else. So that's when I decided, I was thinking about it, and I mentioned in my video that I was thinking about adding a white border, and everyone agreed. So I added that white border to it. I just put a couple rows in there, sewed it together, and then I put a border on the whole thing, and it increased it a lot. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it increased it probably at least 10 inches. And I didn't think of that. But that's okay. I was just experimenting. The point of this was to experiment to see what we could do with Premier and Bloom. And so I'm not going to post this video for either another day or two. But hopefully this will be up Thursday or Friday. And by Saturday at the latest, I will have a pattern for this up on my blog. So I'm going to have to alter slightly. Have to probably do less colors, and if you want it longer, you're going to have to have more than 1 ball of each color. But I was trying to see what I could do with the 5 balls I had. Now this is a weird shape because it's only 40 inches tall and it's 75 inches long, and at first it upset me when I measured it, but then I realized it's the perfect length that I can put it around me, and then one of my kids comes in and curls up with me, and the 2 of us lay under the blanket, or the 3 of them curl up under it on the couch, and it wraps around the 3 of them perfectly. But this beautiful blanket, I will have a pattern for that up on my blog soon, and as soon as it's ready, if it's not ready before I post this, I will go back into this video, but check down below for a link to this pattern. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm sorry, I didn't mention, so for the border, I did not use Premier and Bloom. I searched for something that was as nice as Premier and Bloom, as soft and squishy, because it's just so airy, and it's so squishy, you just want to curl up under it. But I needed a white to be the same, and I didn't want to use Premier and Bloom white because it has the flower pattern on it, and I just wanted plain white to kind of accentuate the colors in the strips. So I searched and I searched, and then I don't know what I was thinking. I was looking at all different yarn companies, and I have Premier Joy, not in the white, but afterward I went back and looked at the Joy, and I was like, oh, why didn't I think of that? I should have just gotten white. And so I ordered white from Premier, and I bordered it with that. Because I actually made this, I think I made these strips in end of March, maybe beginning of April, and they just sat there waiting for me to find the perfect white yarn to border it. Okay, so there's that project. Next project I have is my landscapes pattern, or not pattern, scarf. So if any of you have seen the new Landscapes Fusion or you saw my review, it's a very soft yarn, but it doesn't have a lot of yards. Let me put that up close for you. So it doesn't have a lot of yards. It's like 109 yards, something like that. And so I was doing an experiment to see how I could make a scarf with as few balls as possible. So I'm definitely going to need 2 more for this, but I wanted to do that math for you and figure out what you would need to do in order to get a scarf with 2 balls. So mine, I used a 9mm hook, and this is, let me check how many stitches this is. I forgot what I said. 6, 9, 12. So this is 23 stitches wide. So it's about 7.5 inches wide, and at this point I have about 25 inches. So I did order 1 more ball that I have coming, but I'm gonna need a second one. A third one, I'm sorry, a third one. And this colorway was Morningside. I'm almost positive the name was Morningside. So this was 7.5 inches wide. If you are trying to only do 2 balls with it, I would go like maybe 20 stitches, maybe even 19. So this is 7.5 inches. I would go as thin as like a 6.5 inches. I would only go that wide if you want to only use 2 balls. The other thing you could do, instead of doing straight double crochet, is do some double crochets, chain, skip a stitch, double crochets, chain, skip a stitch, something like that, and that'll get you 1 scarf. I'm sorry, 2 balls for 1 scarf. But either way, it's beautiful no matter how many balls you have to buy. So with 2 balls, this will get me about 50 inches. And if I had just taken away about 3 stitches, I would have been okay only using 2 balls. Okay, so that's my landscape scarf. Did I say that in the beginning? I'm so distracted right now, I'm sorry. They're outside playing baseball, and it's hitting the wall right where I'm filming, and I'm seeing the ball fly up, which I guess is better than yesterday. We have 12, maybe 15 wiffle balls, and I think almost all of them ended up in my next door neighbor's yard twice. And he happened to come out in between all that and had to throw all the balls back over to us and find them all. I think I need to get some more wiffle balls. Okay, so the final thing I have for you is some yarn. Now, I did show you that I was making, I did a math tutorial about a blanket that I was designing. And I did show you too, I got some of the Line Brand's new yarn, Nap Time. And this is the colorway Pink. And the colorway Pale Aqua. So I'm using these 2 to make a blanket. I'm very excited about it. It's coming out quite nice. And so I'll share that pattern when I get it done. So I have these. I also have a stocking that is being tested, and that'll be coming out soon too. So I have that, and then I have these, and I am making a kid's blanket with those colors, and I'm usually hesitant about velvet yarn. Like I like it. I buy it every time it's on clearance at Michael's, things like that. But I started making Heart Hook Home's velvety cardigan, and I was doing that strip around, and it started to get warm, and I don't know why I just put it down because I was doing other things. And I was like, I wasn't as motivated to finish that because I wasn't going to wear it because it was warm, and everyone was saying that their ends are coming out with velvet yarn, so I kind of got deterred. But I tried this nap time because it feels so nice, and I'm glad I did. I love the way the blanket's working out. Only problem is my daughter is insisting on laying under it while I'm working on it, but that's okay. I can try to do both at the same time, let her lay under it and work on it. Hopefully I'll be done quickly for her. But I'll show you that pattern when it's done. But I needed some more of this, that's why I bought this. And in case you don't know, it's a 4-weight yarn, 3.5 ounces, 306 yards, 100% polyester, machine wash, lay flat to dry. And it calls for a 4mm knitting needle, 5mm crochet hook. So the next thing I bought, and I'm going back and buying more of this. I saw this and I don't know why I hadn't tried it yet, but now that I have, I cannot wait to buy more. So this is Low Tide. And I bought driftwood. And it's 3.5 ounces, 306 yards, 81% acrylic, 19% polyester, 4 medium yarn, 5mm knitting needles, 5.5mm crochet hook, machine washable and dryable. It is so light. Like, I think I want to make myself a cardigan out of it. I think it would be so pretty in all the colors because it's low tide, so all the colors are like very oceany, beachy colors, and I feel like that would look so good in a cardigan, and it would be perfect for springtime. So this is going to be another pattern though, so I'm going to have to, I had a pattern in mind when I bought this. The only thing is, which I'm so excited about, but like it doesn't look like it now, but at one point I was looking at it and it almost had like a shimmeriness to it, like not a full on sparkle, but like there was something shiny about it. So I hope it works with this other yarn, because the other yarn I got is Date Night, and I got Star Ruby, and this is their new yarns. So I got Star Ruby, and I got Malachite. Huh, that's a pretty green. So I got a green and a pink. And sorry, I'm just admiring this yarn. So I saw this and I thought it was cool, and I don't know why I never ordered it, but I'm very glad I did. It is so shimmery and pretty. So I have another design, but I want to buy more of this and make like a shirt or a dress for my daughter. It might even be good eventually when I go back to work. I can make myself some tops with this. Okay, anyway, so we've got the two colors, and it is a 4-weight yarn, 3.5 ounces, 273 yards, 82% acrylic, 18% polyester, a medium 4-weight yarn, 4.5 knitting needle, and a 5.5 crochet hook. Machine wash, tumble dry, low. So this is nice. It feels very soft, and it's not, you know, some yarns you feel that metallic, but you don't feel that in here. I mean, you could feel it, but it's not like complete, it's not scratchy. It feels nice. And I did not see Date Night on Joann's site. They have it on there, but they don't have any. And also they don't have the new colors. So I had to go to Lion Brand's website to order these guys. So I went on their site and I ordered these Date Night yarns, and I cannot wait. I have other projects I'm working on. I need to finish that nap time blanket, but I am so excited about this project. I almost want to drop everything and just do it. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to let me know what's your favorite blanket size down below. So I have to tweak that blanket to make sure it's a decent size. Think 50 by 60. Would you like a 40 by 50 size? Would you like different options? Let me know. Have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.